All right. Trying to respect everybody be on. All right. But all right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone to us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect. And to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. All right? Because he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Mark Ala Bangab Ben Yasserala with the Church of Philadelphia camp here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once again, coming back at you, forgive me, with another lesson. All right? The Spirit just hopped on me, man. I had this lesson planned for a little bit, and it's basically like the title says, it's you have to be rejected before you're accepted. And that's for a lot of people, that's a hard pill to swallow, especially with the pride of Babylon. And just pride, man. This place is prideful. They're full of pride. Everything is pride here, man. All right, but how you know that you're going to be accepted? All right. Matter of fact, you gotta think about Yahweh Shai. All right. When Yahweh Shai was here, he was not accepted of his peers, so to speak, of the people that knew of him. All right. His everyday going out into the streets, he wasn't accepted of them, man. And it says, no, matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get this real quick. And I got a couple other scriptures I want to bring out. Just bear with me real fast. All right, so we're going to go to first scripture that we're going to bring out is St. John chapter 15 and verse 20. All right. So this is St. John chapter 15 and verse 20. All right. It says, remember the word that I have said, that's lacking. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is no greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. All right, so you gotta when you really think about that, because these scriptures are so plain and simple when you really sit back and meditate on it. So the Lord is basically telling you, like, they rejected me, man. They gonna reject you too. If you're persecuted, if I was persecuted, they're gonna persecute you too. And that's how you know, like, man, listen, I'm traveling the right road. You know, hey, Shalom, Yahbashim Shabrakatan. That's how you know that you're following the right road. You got to follow the road that's less traveled. If everybody's accepting you and everybody has something great to say, oh, yeah, yo, you might want to reevaluate yourself because, yo, when you speak the truth, somebody's going to get cut and they're going to be butthurt about it. You know, just like the wicked scribes and the Pharisees. What happened when Yahweh Shah spoke the truth to them? You know, he spoke the truth. He ain't do nothing but what the Father told him to do, what Yahweh told him to come do. And these people got upset about that. Because it wasn't for him. But, yo, that, like it says, man, his sheep hear his voice. All right? But he was rejected before he was accepted amongst his own people. And we're going, matter of fact, let's keep going. All right, this is John, St. John chapter 15. And I'm going to start at verse 19 again. It says, if ye were, matter of fact, let's go to 18. St. John chapter 15, verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right? So you have to be rejected. You have to be rejected of this world. If you accepted of this world, the spirit is not dealing with you. Just like you got what? Your Kunyes right now. Kunye, your Kyrie Irvings. Yo, they at the end of the day, they already sold they sold their souls basically. They signed a contract, man. You know, as the scriptures say, woe to you that are rich, because you already received your consolation. You received that already. You got your gift, man. What has the men of the Lord have yet? But I'm gonna tell you what they have. They have integrity. They have the truth, and they're holding forward with that. They're holding it. All right, till the Lord comes back, and then and only then that's when they're going to receive their gift. How you going to try to have the best of both worlds? You have to choose a side, pick it, and ride with it. You know, you got to do that. But it tells you back in St. John chapter 15 and verse 20, it says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is no greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So now you got the Kanye, the Kunyes, the Wee Irvins, men of that nature. You know, they're not being persecuted. They're trying to make it seem like they're being persecuted. Persecution, let's get the word. All right? Because they're not being threatened about being put to death. All right? That's why the scriptures tell you got to be faithful until death and you will receive a crown. They know about the next reset. You know, the reset that Esau wants. All right? They're not rejected of this world. They're accepted. Because what? They come out here and they speak. Oh yeah, we know that we're this. And from what's the Hebrews and Negroes? From Hebrews and Negroes, right? But the Hebrew is just a language. All right. So from Hebrews and Negroes, they're still down with the same agenda, man. All right. From Hebrews and Negroes. They're not speaking the name of the Lord because they can't speak it. They sold out. Whenever you sell out, you can't speak the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's why it always speaks about the name. The scriptures always speak about the name of the Lord, man. And forgive me if I'm rambling, you know. Just late night Spirit hopped on me to do this video, so I'm doing it. I've been trying to hold my peace on this matter, man. But these dudes, they're crazy. All right, it says, let's go to, where was it? Persecution. All right, it says they have persecuted. All right, let's get that. I think that's Dioko.
Strong's G 1377. Dioko.
Dioko. All right, so that's persecuted, which means to make to run or flee, put to flight, drive away, to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing, to run after, to press on. To press, that means that like weigh on them. You know, when it speaks about in I think that's the book of Luke. You know, what talks about Yahweh Shah, when it always talks about, whenever you read the gospel and it talks about the press on Yahweh Shah, yo, the press, they was pressing them. Where you think you get that word from now? Yo, why are you pressing me? That's what they say in New York. Yo, you pressing me. Yo, press. That means you all up on me. They was on the Lord. They was on Yahweh's side. Why? Because of the things that he could do, the miracles that he created, man. That he did. But what did he do? He gave reverence to Yahweh, the Father. You know, and he was rejected. That's why the title of this lesson is, you have to be rejected before you are accepted. All right, and forgive me if I'm rambling, and I don't want to make this too long, but we're going to keep going. All right, it says to press on, figuratively, of one whom in a race run swiftly to reach the goal, to pursue in a hostile manner, in which they're about to do that, come at us in a hostile manner, in any way, whatever to harass, trouble, molest one, to persecute, to be mistreated, suffer persecution on an account of something. All right. So, we're going to suffer persecution on what? The words that we know. All right. And that's what's all that's leading to, being rejected. All those words that we just read does not say anything about, I'm gonna be accepted, man. You're not going to be accepted. You're not going to be accepted of this world. You have to be rejected before you are accepted. All right? So let's, where we was at? Forgive me. Where we at? Matter of fact, all right, John 15, St. John chapter 15 and verse 19, it says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is no greater than his Lord. They have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So who is keeping the Lord's sayings right now? None of them, man. You know, none of them is keeping the Lord's saying. But who? The elect, the hopeful elect, and they're cherishing these words. They're rejected. You have a lot of men, and you got men of the Lord that's accepted. You know, but for the most part, you're gonna be rejected. This is a lonely walk, man. Okay? Check this out. Let's go to this one. We're gonna go to the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and 22. All right. Psalms chapter 118 and verse 22. To go further and more into that rejection. And guess who we talking about? Yahushua. All right. So this is Psalm chapter 118, verse 22. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 20. Psalm chapter 118, verse 20, it says, "This gate of Yahweh into which the righteousness shall enter. I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me and art become my salvation." The stone, see that? Now it's talking about, when we just read those two verses, right? It's talking about him being accepted. But before he got accepted, he was rejected. Now it's about to get into that. All right? So check it out. I'm going to start it again. All right, this is Psalms chapter 118, verse 20. It says, "This gate of Yahweh into the righteousness shall enter. I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me and art become my salvation. The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner." All right, so the builders refused it. They refused Yahweh Shah when he came here. I mean, it's a lot of scriptures that I have written down. Which, Lord's willing, we're going to go through all of them. If brothers on the comment board, if you have any scripture to bring up, Baba Kashar, feel free to do so. All right? For edification's sake, for the flock. And that's what we're here to do. Right? This is a small sanctuary. When you think about 144,000 men, that's a small sanctuary. But all those men, they have to be rejected of this world, of everything that has to do with this world, before they are accepted into the kingdom, to be accepted to be a righteous ruler, to be accepted to be established there. You have to be rejected here. Because everybody, there's so many vices here that'll try to hold you back and hold you down, man. All right? But continuing on, and that's dealing with depression, because you can get depressed like that, and depression is a demon. All right, that's a demon that's on you, because it doesn't want you to come to your fruition. A demon will accept you, but you have to be rejected of this place. I'm gonna keep saying it throughout this lesson. You have to be rejected before you are accepted. All right. So hopping back into the scriptures, where we at? Psalms. Hold on, forgive me. Let me grab my pen real fast. And just think about that. Let that sink in. Because you got a lot of people that come in, they just want to be accepted. Everybody want to be accepted. Can't nobody be rejected. But that's a part of the game, I can't find my pen, man. It's too wide. Whatever. But anyway, going back into the scriptures, Psalms chapter 118, 22, it said, "The stone which the builder refused is become the headstone of the corner." All right. It says, this is Yahweh's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. All right. So it's a marvelous thing to be rejected just to be accepted. And you have to be rejected for righteousness' sake. All right. The elect are being rejected for righteousness' sake. And that's it. Nothing else. All right. It says, "This is the day which Yahweh have made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." All right. And that's going into something else. But hey, man, this is the day. The day when you are accepted into that rest, man. The day which Yahweh has made. Yahweh Bashim outside Bashim Chakotas have made. Because he got everything set up. It's many days. You got a lot of days set up. But that one day that you want that day of acceptance. After you have to go through the rejection, man. All right. It says, matter of fact, we're going to drop that. We're going to go on to John 1. the book of St. John, chapter 1. All right. Just giving many different examples of rejection. Because a lot of brothers, they struggle with these things, man. They might not say it, but brothers struggle with it. And yo, that's the flesh. It's all the flesh, man. Because who don't want to be accepted of their peers? It's a sacrifice. It's something that you have to do for the Lord. So you give up these things for what? For salvation, man. Lord's willing, you be a part of that number. So this is John chapter 1, St. John, the book of St. John chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, this right here is one of my favorites. Matter of fact, the point is in 10. Matter of fact, let's start. We're going to go to the top just to give you an understanding of how serious it is about being rejected and accepted. Because look, this is talking about Yahushua. So this is the book of St. John, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High God, and the Word was the Most High. But yo, what Yahushua say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You know, he was the Word in the flesh. The Word had to come through Yahweh to give to Yahushua, which Yahushua was the first spirit ever created. Now check it out. Look where I'm going. It says the same was in the beginning with the Most High. All things were made by him. Check this out. All things were made by him. And this should give you comfort when you think about it. To be a hopeful man in the Lord. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was slacking. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So without him, wasn't nothing made without him, man. You know, you need Yahushua, the one that you refuse, the ones that you push to the side, the ones that you crucified, the one that's coming back to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in, man. You know, the one that the first spirit ever created. All right? It says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. So when you start speaking these words, yo, you shutting it down. You're being rejected when you start speaking the truth. All right, I'm going to read that again. Verse 5, it says, in the light, St. John chapter 1, verse 5, it says, and the light shineth in darkness. The truth going to shine through dark times and in the darkness of this place. Because, yo, the truth sheds the light on this place. Right? That's why they want to shut us down. All right, it says, and the darkness comprehended not. Because they don't understand. They wasn't made for that. It says, there was a man sent from the Most High whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Right, yo, and that's going to a whole nother thing, man. Because John wasn't Yahushua, as people try to say Yahushua. Oh, he's John the Baptist reincarnated. When you go into the gospel, which we're in it right now. But that's what they thought. That Yahushua is John. No, all right. But that's another way to let you know that they believed in reincarnation. But the people right now don't believe in that. All right. And yo, you're looked down upon on that for believing the truth. That's the truth. You talk about reincarnation, they try to shut you down. They tell you could be anything else. You know, you can come back as a caterpillar. No, you're gonna come back as an Israelite. You know, whatever nation that you're in now, If you perish here, you're going to come back in that same nation. But our nation is big. We have different tribes. But you're going to come back in that same nation that you was from. All right. Where we at? I'm going to go to verse 7. It says, the same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Talking about Yahweh Shah, ushering in Yahweh Shah. And are we not ushering in Yahweh Shah right now? And we're being rejected for doing so. It says, that was the true light which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He is the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. That's plain and simple. I'm gonna read that again. 1 John chapter 1 and verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. So he made everything come from him. Through his Father, Yahweh. Everything comes from Yahweh, given to Yahweh Shah, given to the 144,000, and then trickle down to the rest of the people. But those people have to be those men, look at Yahweh. Yahweh's even rejected, man. They don't believe in him. They believe in all kind of bull crap, man. So that, you know what? That takes me here to Matthew chapter 7 and 21. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 7. Because this is the same thing that they're doing right now. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21, it says, now everyone, and this is Yahweh Shah speaking. All right. It says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right. It says, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, many will, Salaki, forgive me, I'm going to start that over. All right, this is Matthew 7 and 21. Matthew 7 and 21, it says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name has cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And I don't know why I had that one done it. Salakia. I got it. I jumped the gun. Forgive me. But it says, therefore, whosoever here we go, verse 23. It says, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. All right, and I kind of jumped the gun from the scripture that I actually wanted to pull out. So please forgive me for that. But that's a rejection, and that's a rejection that you don't want. All right? That's the rejection that you don't want. And that's Yahweh Shah telling you that. Because look, it's another. You see it there. I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen. But that's the red letters. If you're familiar with the scriptures. All right? But like I said, I'm going to say it again. You have to be rejected before you are accepted. All right? And check this out. This is what I wanted to bring out, so forgive me. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. That's the scripture that I wanted to bring out. And we're going to bring out Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. As a matter of fact, I actually was speaking about this same scripture today. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37, because this is the mindset that the people are in. All right, because they don't think that shit is about to hit the fan. All right, they think that they just, I don't know. These people just out of their mind, man. You know? But let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. It says, but as in the days of Noah, so also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And y'all know Noah was out there for a long time. Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shabrakatah. My brother, man, Fisher Hunter. You know, that's my brother right there. But as in that time, Noah, he was rejected of the people. Why was he rejected? Because what? He was given a task to do. All right, build this ark on the land, and that's what the Lord does. He gives you a task to do in the sight of man, which man can't fathom. They be like, yo, how could this man really do this? Like, what's up with him? This dude tripping for real. Inside joke from my brother Fisher Hunter. Fuck his ball. You know, that's how they be. That's how they act, man. But but that's what the Lord does. What? To magnify his power, his strength, to show the whole world at the time with his capability, So it's nothing impossible with Yahweh Bashim outside, man. Bashim Harachak Wadash. All right. But at the same time, like the same way that Noah was rejected, you're going to be rejected here. So join good company, man. Embrace it. All right? Embrace it. Because everybody wants to be accepted. Like that show from back in the day, Cheers. And I don't know how old brothers is, but man, I remember the show. Cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. That's what people want. They want comfortability. They want to be accepted here in Babylon. And if you want that same thing, you're going to get the same destruction that comes to this place, man. All right? You're going to get the same destruction. All right? I'm going to read this again. Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man. It says, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father alone. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? And check this out. Let's go ahead, man. We're going to go to Ezekiel. All right? Ezekiel 33 and 33. Because, you think, and Ezekiel was a heavy prophet, man. And you can look him up for yourself. All right, you read his words, look him up. Look at his task. Look what was given to him. Look at the burden that was given to him. Because he was supposed to prophesy and wasn't nobody going to listen to him. But everything that he said came to pass, is coming to pass now. But everybody now, like everybody is like at the end times. And he was in the same spirit that you was in back then. Everybody want to make a name for themselves. They want this, they want that, they want the shine, they want the glamour, they want the glitz. It ain't about all that. But anyway, it's Ezekiel chapter 33. We're going to go to verse 33, right to the point. All right. It says, and when this cometh to pass, It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. And guess what? They're going to want to come and search you out and seek you. They're going to want to hear your words because they're going to know, like, damn, this dude the whole time he was telling me the truth. And look at what's going on now with your Kyrie Irvings and all that, man. You know, them dudes not prophets. They set up, and they're set up to furthermore drag you into that rabbit hole. You know, you can't fool the elect. And not saying that I am one of the elect. You know, I pray that I can be one. You know, but at the end of the day, we're supposed to just speak the truth. And the truth is that these dudes are set up. And check it out. Matter of fact, let's grab this. Because a woman had hit my, here we go. A woman had hit me, attacked me into something. And I'm like, damn, like, hold on, forgive me. Let me just bring the scripture through 6:24. We're going to go to the book of Luke chapter 6 and 24. We're going to start at verse 24. Luke chapter 6, verse 24. But like I was saying, a woman had tagged me into, a conversation that she was having on the internet and all that. And she basically was saying, Kanye is, he's rich. Basically, he's telling the truth. He's waking up people. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, God damn. I said, so you never heard about High Priest Abba Bivens, man? High Priest Rabbi Abba Bivens that taught our apostles, that's continuing to teach us now? So now once this man opens his mouth, he's accepted. He's accepted of this society. He's not rejected, but they try to make it seem like he's rejected. Why they try to make it seem like he's rejected? Or they take his endorsements and all that. They got plans set up for those things, man. You have to use wisdom. You got to be smart. All right? Like they say in Boston, you got to be smart. All right? That's why we brought up that Ezekiel 33 and 33, man. Why we bring that out? Because you're going to know that prophet that told you, because obviously if you're going to know it was a prophet among you, you had to reject what he said. And every prophet is rejected in his own homeland, just like Yahushua. He was rejected in his own homeland. When you read the gospel, Nazareth, Galilee, and all that, they didn't accept him there, man. Ain't this what was Joseph? Ain't this the carpenter's son? And he was rejected. When he come back, he's going to be accepted. After he put his life on the line every year, he was accepted by his men. He was always accepted by his men. But when he comes back this time, he's going to be accepted on everything. The heavens, because now he's accepted in the heavens. Now he's going to be accepted on the earth. There's no denying his name, man. All right? And these niggas right now, they started to talk about his name. What they got, the small hats. They're talking about Yahweh. Now they want to say, because they can't say Yahweh. Yahweh. That's his name. All right. But anyway, forgive me. Let's go to Luke chapter 6, verse 24. All right. This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 24. And it reads, it says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. So those men that's rich now that's out here talking this uh Israelite, Hebrew, this, that, man. Come on, man. You already sold out. You rich. How you trying to get both sides? You can't do that here, man. All right? You can't do that here. The Lord is going to jack your ass up. You niggas, because you set, like I'm telling you, you're set up, man. You are set up, and the Lord is definitely going to deal with you. All right? It says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. And y'all, them dudes just they full, ain't they? What are they starving from? They just, matter of fact, you had a video with this man out there eating by himself. So they're doing. These are rituals. These are rituals, y'all. They're making a mockery. See, I done quit this. I done said this, and I'm still out here. I'm eating. I'm by myself. Like Kyrie said, y'all got a whole army behind me. But yo, you still apologize, man. Why you apologize for being yourself? That's crazy. You sit back and think about that's crazy. You know? Which it says back in Luke chapter 6, and forgive me, verse 20, all right, 25. It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall weep, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets, man. All right, and yo, what are they doing now? These men they're being embraced for speaking the same thing that we have been rejected for. All right, I'm gonna read that again. All right, this is Luke chapter 6 and verse 26. It says, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. And yo, even though these men, they try to have people try to speak bad about them, for the most part, a lot of people speak well of them. You know? You got men talking about, yeah, man, because Shaquille O'Neal and all these dudes, they're trying to create the narrative, man. You know? They can't fool the elect, man. All right? They cannot fool the elect at all. All right? So forgive me, I'm gonna just bring out this last piece because what we're a little bit in, and then I'm gonna close this up. You know, matter of fact, I'll probably bring out a couple, but first one I'm gonna bring out is 1 Corinthians 6:20. All right, because we are, it's a classic. You bought with a price. All right, because they was bought with what? They bought with that blood that's on their hands, man. You know, and they try to make themselves seem like something that they're not, and they're really not. They're not men of the Lord. They're not prophets. They're puppets. All right, so this is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, Salaki, and verse 20. It says, for ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's. All right? So we're supposed to glorify Him and our spirit, or everything, because it belongs to Him. And when you do those things, because yo, if you don't do them, I mean, like if you side with this world, you're not glorying the Lord, man. You know, And guess what? You're going to be accepted. You're going to be accepted of these people. To be the rejected soldier. Think about a soldier, solitude, alone, follow the road that's less traveled. It says, few shall find it. Few shall find the road to salvation, man. All right? That's rejection. And yo, once you, your reward is great. That's why he said, behold, I come quick and my reward is with me. You know? So he has a reward for us that's great amongst your wildest dreams, man. Even though you've been like put down here, like Yahweh Shai was spit on, beat on, beard pulled out his face. How much more are we supposed to be, man? We ain't greater than him. But yeah, he came here. Cared. That's a real brother. One that's never going to leave you. That's a real brother. That's our big brother. And he was rejected. So if he can be rejected, why can't we? We have to be. For us to be accepted up there and accepted down here. That's why, you know what? One real swift one. We'll close it on that. Classic. Y'all just bear with me. Forgive me. Bear with me. All right, this is Psalms 110 and 3. All right. Hold on. Psalms 110 and 3. And this is how you know that you had to be rejected at one point in time, because what power do we have? And the scriptures tell you time and time again, thou worm Jacob. Letting us know that we have no power. We have no power unless it comes through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. B'Hashem Arachak Wadash. And that's throughout all the scriptures. All right? So look, check it out. This is Psalms 110. All right? I believe, I said 3 if I'm not mistaken. Yup. Matter of fact, check this out. We're going to go to verse 1. This is Psalms chapter 110 and 1. It said, and Yahweh, matter of fact, it's the Psalm of David, the Wad. Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of holiness, from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. So the Lord is going to give us back that same shit. Like, you know, when you was a young boy, you could run and frolic and just you had so much energy, so much strength and all that, you know. But the Lord had to take those things from you to what? Humble you. All right? We're being humble, man. We're being rejected by this earth, by this Salak, not the earth. I mean by the world. You have to be rejected of this world. Just like Yahweh Shai said, he said, if this was my world, my servants would fight. But yo, in all actuality, his men are fighting. They're just putting on a whole armor, man. You know? Going according to scriptures. They're not physically fighting. We're fighting through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem outside, by doing videos. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Yahweh Shah he said he could have called down so many legions of angels to do away with his enemies at that time. But he ain't do it. That's the ultimate, that's like ultimate, to be the first spirit ever created and to be rejected like that. That's why he brought it out in St. John. The world was created by him. But at the same time, it rejected him, man. That's heavy, man. A lot of men, they can't go through that. Because everybody got an ego, that pride. Yo, what the scriptures say, pride go forth before destruction and the haughty look before fall. A lot of you niggas gonna catch that, man. That pride. Yahweh Shah made himself of no reputations. Let another man's mouth praise you. Another man's mouth is going to praise you. That's what you want. You know? Ain't supposed to come here. What you think the whole you going to matter of fact, check it out. You going to I'm talking about praising famous men. All right, not talking about these people here because they do a ritual of humiliation. They get benefits here to be rejected here, but this is their world, so it's a game to them. But they still have riches. When you get humiliated, you don't have no through the spirit of prayer Hashem outside. You don't have no. It's not your comfort. You know that. That's humiliation. Knowing that you got all these riches stored up, and that's what you're storing them at. Where no thief can break through and take, man. You know. That's what you want. You have to take that humble road. Be rejected, man. You know, you gotta be rejected before you accept it. And when you're accepted into everything that the Lord has. Just like Yahweh Shah, all the elements that he controlled. And he told it to his men, man. He said, these things that I do here, you're going to be able to do these and greater in the kingdom. But he had to be rejected, man. And people accepted him. But the ones that was ruling in this world, he was rejected by him. And that's what the topic is. You reject upon this world, man. The ones that's actually that's for this world, you know, that want to be about this world, you know, that love this world. You know, you can't be accepted of them because they're not going to accept you because they want you to shine. You know. So with that, man, I'm gonna close it up. It's a little late. I pray that this was edifying. You know, you got something out of it. So I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaRachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Until the next time, Lord's willing, man, you was edified. I'm going to say Shalom, Mawaf, Abababal. Shalom. You have to be rejected before you are accepted. All right? And just know that. Shalom. Kwame Asherala.